just when you think this team has flatlined, you get the beep, beep, beep. The Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills, and here we are ready to delve into all of that and more.
You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time.
As you can see, just myself this week, no Charlie Touche. I believe he is on a plane over to London. If not, next time you see him, we'll be together in the studio, in-person podcast, the first in 2 years. So make sure you go check that out when that comes out later on this week. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, all the good stuff. Guys, Buffalo. Where to start? I believe Mike McDaniel is 2-0 in Sunday 1 p.m. games against Buffalo at Hard Rock. Let's ignore everything else, all the primetime games, the games on the road. There's something about Mike McDaniel and the Dolphins playing Buffalo. I can't even say in the scorching heat because for those who watched the game, who have seen the photos, it was sunny, but it was raining. I think it was 89 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't know what it is in Celsius. But Buffalo just can't play Sunday 1 p.m. in Miami. It is odd. It is bizarre. I'm not complaining.
Privacy settings, select location services, scroll to Siri and allow location access.
Siri, why? Why? Like, no, Siri, go away. Go away. I don't need you right now. I'm not gonna edit that out. That was quite funny. But yeah, the Bills are complaining. So I can't imagine Buffalo plays Sunday 1 p.m. in Miami for, if not a few years, it will be like a January or December game where it's probably going to be no sun. But no, let's get into this game. Heading into the game, obviously, I asked Mr. Charlie Touche, are we looking at the team tanking or are we looking at the Dolphins? Looking at it. So many, just not being specific enough. I know a lot of fans wanted to lose because nothing to play for this season. Playoffs are all but, out of reach. Tank, better draft pick. Myself and Charlie were like, hell no. Like, no, don't even try that. Beat Buffalo. Win games. If you have a good GM in place, a good scouting network, you can find, as I keep on saying, you can find good draft picks whenever, wherever. And for all the talk that this team have given up on, the season, given up on the head coach, not at all. The Dolphins, it was a funny game. Dolphins get the ball to start. 3 plays in, Tua throws an interception. It's third and long. Tua throws it long, interception. Social media. Nope, that's it. Don't you know how social media gets. And to be fair, I wasn't super positive at that point. I was watching the game at the Hippodrome Casino, and yeah, I remember talking to the people I was with, and just saying, "My game's done." Like you can't, especially against the Bills, you just can't turn the ball over. Like it's with most teams, but Dolphins, Bills, Josh Allen will make you pay. But defense gets on the field and gets a stop. So like, okay, cool. Back to square one. What can the Dolphins do? And they drive down the field and Tua throws a touchdown to Washington. Nick Washington. So fair play. Up 7. Cool. And you know what? Let me try and unlock my computer. I'm not even live. So but let's get this password. Yes, perfect. Because I want to get the drive up or the drive summary. I don't want to get this wrong. Because I believe Miami Dolphins, Google, can we get the drive summary? So yeah, Dolphins score. No, I want a full drive. I know what this will do for now. No need to delve into anything more. The Dolphins score in the first quarter, 7-0. Cool. Brilliant. Dolphins score start of the second quarter, up 14. A beautiful throw from Tua to Waddle. And it's funny because at the start of the game, it's Tua can't throw deep. It was a bad throw. Waddle doesn't really contest the catch, but even so, like, what are we doing out here? But any belief that the Dolphins should have traded? So let's go back a bit. Prior to the game, in the build-up, it's released that Buffalo tried to trade for Jaylen Waddle, offering a third in 2026 and a 2027 first round pick. Those, I guess, in NFL media, be it content creators, be it, I guess, beat writers, all this kind of stuff, they were saying the Dolphins should have taken that first round pick in 2027 simply because it's that draft class, you're rebuilding, all that kind of stuff. Dolphin fans are saying, no, we are not giving you Jaylen Waddle for you to go and win the AFC East and possibly the Super Bowl. And Jaylen Waddle finishes the game 5 receptions, 84 yards, 1 touchdown. He just had the Bills on toast all game. So, yeah, Dolphins missed the extra point. So at that point, it's like, that extra point, it's going to cost us. It doesn't. The Dolphins score a field goal and the half ends 16-0. Dolphins shut out Buffalo. So cool, brilliant. Can't ask for much more. But a lot of people believe that the Dolphins in the second half don't adjust. Teams do adjust, and it gets ugly. But the third quarter goes, and still 16-0. Now, at this point, myself personally, I'm thinking one more score. Let's get one more score. Just to kind of like put the game to bed, because 16-0, in my opinion, at the time, I was just like, nah, the Dolphins, like, all it takes is one touchdown and things are going to get jittery. So that one touchdown happens, start of the fourth quarter. And it's annoying as well because Jake Bailey has this terrific punt, pins Buffalo at like the 4 or the 6 yard line. Absolutely brilliant punt. But the penalty started and Josh Allen was doing Josh Allen things. And when I say Josh Allen things, it was, you think you got him for a sack and he's scrambling and he's completing first downs. And the drive ends with a Buffalo touchdown. They go for 2. Terrific stop by Minkah Fitzpatrick on the goal line. So 16-6. But it's just like, nah, like, again, another touchdown, even a field goal, it's going to be scary. And so let me see if I can get the drive by drive up, because I do believe in between Dolphins, Buffalo Bills will be ESPN. I need drive by drive. And this is what happens when I'm by myself and I don't have everything up. ESPN game recap. This should give me what I want. If not, it's going to be play by play. Yes, right. So,
Still listening? Then you're one of us. Got a day one Dolphins fan who hasn't found Go Time Dolphins yet? Put them on. As you're rocking with the show, don't forget to leave us a 5-star rating and drop a comment on your favourite podcast app, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music or Google Podcasts. It helps more Fins fans find the pod and keeps the community growing strong.
Right. So this is how a very long, elongated way. The game starts, interception, as I said. Buffalo punt, 3 plays, 9 yards, punt, cool. Dolphins, 92 yards, 12 plays, touchdown, brilliant. Buffalo then get the ball again, 6 plays, and they go through it, I think, on like 4th and 2, I think it is. Dolphins get the stop, brilliant. Start the second, 3 plays, 51 yards, touchdown. Buffalo, 3 plays, 0 yards, punt. Then Dolphins punt. A turning point, in my opinion, and when people like this could happen. Buffalo get the ball again. James Cook fumbles, and then there's like a little scramble, and it's like, snap. Like the Buffalo are going to, if anything, gain more yards. Dolphins recover, cool. Drive down the field, 10 plays, field goal. And then, yeah, potentially punt, end of half. Cool, fair enough. Start of the third quarter, Buffalo go 14 plays, 77 yards, get into the end zone, get into the red zone, and it's like, bend, don't break, bend, don't break. Interception, Melifonwu, brilliant. First interception for the Dolphins, and again, like starting to believe, because that 14 play drive took 9 minutes of the first quarter. Dolphins then take 3 minutes and basically have to punt the ball. Start of the fourth quarter, you then get the touchdown, which where I was before I started going through all of this. Dolphins get the ball 16-6, interception, and it's another 3rd and long. Tua throws it up, intercepted. Mike McDaniel comes out after the game and says, basically, I told Tua on those plays, if nothing's done, go long. And it makes sense. It's instead of, trying to throw a 7-yard pass for an interception, or, take a shot because you might get, pass interference. So yeah, interception, and Dolphin fans are like, this is where Buffalo, turn it around. But Buffalo 5 plays, 44 yards, and I think it's a 4th and 1 where Josh Allen basically little tush push or quarterback sneak, and he picks up multiple yards, and he's going, and then Jordan Brooks punches the ball out. Minka Fitzpatrick recovers the ball. 2 plays later, Devon Achan touchdown, 23-6, and at this point it's like game done. Like Buffalo, I'm not coming back. Buffalo drive down the field, go a touchdown, 23-13, I should say. Sorry. Game's basically done, but it's still a bit nervy. And then Devon Achan scored another touchdown. Devon Achan, I should add, sorry. His box score was, that's a picture of Josh Allen. His box score was 22 carries, 174 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's rather going for all of that. Just to kind of, for anyone who hasn't seen it, I can't imagine why you wouldn't have. But that was me attempting to kind of go through the game, if that makes sense, and just I was never comfortable. Simply because this is a team in which you've seen them blow big leads against bad teams. The Titans game springs to mind for everyone. But no, I think the celebrations after the game, for those who haven't seen it, it's everyone's super hyped. They're breakdancing in the locker room. This team hasn't given up yet. And why should they? They're currently 3-7. Listen, to turn the division around is going to be virtually impossible because the Patriots are 8-2, 7-game win streak. But stranger things have happened. And all you've got to do is keep on winning games. Even if you don't make the playoffs, just try and get some momentum going into next season. So no, it was fun, it was interesting. It's just the Bills look like a team which they don't need a rebuild, but they need to rebuild around Josh Allen. I see a lot of Bills fans on social media talking about how Sean McDermott and the GM, I think it's Brian. Is it Brian Bean? Brian Bean. Nope. Bills GM. Brandon Bean. Yeah, probably should go. And I think I had this conversation at the start of the season, if I didn't have it on here, I've had it with someone basically saying, if the Bills were to move on from Sean McDermott, would Dolphins fans want him? And I believe some people might be in the group chat, and I believe some were like, well, yeah, he's had success. But again, it's that because that was the conversation. It was Bills fans have had no Bills have had success if you're a Dolphins fan wanting to win AFC East and win playoff games. But if you're a Chiefs fan, Bills haven't had success, haven't got to a Super Bowl. Josh Allen has played great, has won MVPs, and they haven't got to the big game. So Bills fans are kind of saying probably time for Brandon Beane and Sean McDermott to go. This is as far as this team is probably going to go with those two in charge. With Josh Allen, you've probably got quite a few years left, of him playing in his prime, but it's a bad roster. Dalton Kincaid went out of an injury. Of course, he did in my fantasy team. But no, listen, the Dolphins won, and my reaction is just it was great to watch. Like I said, Dolphins 1 p.m. Bills Sunday. Buffalo don't like the heat, and it wasn't even that hot as far as I know. But the Dolphins, as Devon Achan said, played complementary football. The turnovers were basically punts. In my opinion, again, the way I see it, Buffalo turnovers on Miami were Tua just throwing long, saying, "Hey, it's either incompleted," and again, this is the only three things that can happen. It's either an incompletion, a completion, or a pass interference. Hey, I might as well. Whereas Miami turnovers on Buffalo, I should add, sorry, were players making plays. Especially the Josh Allen fumble, that was never given up. Playing to the whistle. And how can I forget this? I'm not a believer in referees trying to win the game for Buffalo, all that kind of stuff. But I believe it is one of the touchdowns, and they only scored two. It might be the first one where Bradley Chubb gets a sack on Josh Allen. Great sack. And like comes from his blind side. No, did he? Jumps on his back and sacks him. Great. No flag. He kind of like crawls off him. Again, no flag. Does a little sack dance, and then kind of walks off. Flag, taunting. And even the commentators were like, where? He's not dancing in front of no one's face. As far as everyone knows, he doesn't say anything when walking past the Buffalo players. But again, that taunting penalty sustains the drive and Buffalo go and score a touchdown. Josh Allen was flopping throughout the game, trying to get extra yards. They didn't, it was everything Dolphin fans would want essentially in beating Buffalo. And it's just annoying that us beating Buffalo happens in a season in which, from a playoff perspective, you aren't reaching the playoffs. From a fan perspective, it's always good. But yeah, why couldn't this have happened last year? The end of 2023, if we beat Buffalo, we win the division, we lose. These years when we've been swept by Buffalo and, an extra win gives us a win, potentially has us the 6th seed instead of the 7th seed. You know what I mean? I'm so glad that we won, and I will never diminish it. Oh, which happened that year, but it's just hopefully this is the start of something. Hopefully, as Buffalo go to rejig things, because the offense doesn't really have much outside of James Cook, as the defense, tries to add more pieces. Hopefully, Miami can take advantage of that. But listen, Dolphin social media was extremely happy after. It's good that everyone is happy. The content creators are beaming right now, and also it gives them momentum heading into Madrid this weekend against a Washington team which doesn't look good. How did Washington get on last night? Washington Commanders. They got battered 44-22 by Detroit. Yeah, it wasn't close in the slightest. Mark Mariota, 213 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jared got 320 yards for 3 touchdowns. So yeah, it's and again it's interesting because prior to, or especially after or around the Ravens game, people were like, I'm not going to Washington. People were sending their tickets, all that kind of stuff. I know someone in the Dolphins UK group who, after beating Buffalo, has now bought a ticket to the game. Like, and this is what I'm saying. You might want to see the team lose for a better draft pick, but wins mean something. Even in meaningless seasons, win means stuff. People are excited. People want to go to games. They want to see wins. You know, if the Dolphins don't win in Washington, people who bought a ticket off the back of the Buffalo game will be annoyed, and I understand that. But if the Dolphins can, if the Dolphins can beat Washington, heading to the bye 4-7, you then have, after Washington, who do you have? The Saints. That should be a win. The Paper Planes beat the Browns. They're just a bad team, and you probably should beat the Paper Planes. You then have the Steelers. It'll be a tough game, but again, you win your next 3. You are 3-7 right now. 3-7. Yep, making sure. You then go 4-7 heading into the bye, 5-7 coming out of the bye, 6-7 going to that Steelers game where you could bring yourself up to 500 with 3 games left, and those 3 games are the Bengals, who I think Joe Burrow will be back. He's back in practice, I believe. The Bucks, who just got beat by the Patriots. Listen, the chances are the Dolphins will get back to 7-7, might even go 8-7, and then finish the season 7-9. But just get to in my opinion, get to December in the playoff hunt, because again, yes, you might miss out on the best tackle or the best 2 tackles in the draft. You might miss out on some like genuine players who will come and improve this team. But it's go best player available, and there still might be a really good tackle who actually fits your scheme better than someone else. Listen, we'll do draft talk later on. But listen, we beat Buffalo 30-13. I didn't see it coming. I'm just super happy it happened. Like I said, next time you see myself, I'll be joined by Charlie in the studio. I genuinely cannot wait. And then after that, you'll see us in Madrid. Definitely make sure you tune into the Washington preview. We will probably have the announcement of where we're going to meet. Sorry, it hasn't come out yet. It's more just a case of, with our schedules, we're kind of focusing on just getting these episodes out, hence why I'm by myself. But no, like, we will have a Go Time Dolphins meetup. It might be in the same place the Dolphins are having their party. But listen, I'm out there from Friday afternoon, basically. If you see me, come and say hi. People have my social media details. It's at the bottom there. Beep, Academe Simmons. I'm accessible if you want to meet up, all that kind of stuff. Guys, keep enjoying Victory Monday. Rolling to Victory Tuesday. As fans, we can enjoy this win up until, kickoff against Washington. The team, they are, again, on a flight to Madrid. They are focusing fully on Washington now, but the Dolphins snapped a 6-game losing streak against Buffalo. The TV were like, the media were like, oh, what's the exact phrasing? Because it's just so fitting of the narrative around these 2 teams. Bill snapped 6-game win streak for the Dolphins. Doesn't even make sense. That makes no sense. But listen, a win is a win. Let everyone focus on, were Buffalo bad? No, the Dolphins were good. The Dolphins were good throughout 4 quarters. Accept it, enjoy it, and long may it continue. Guys, next episode in studio. Until then, I and Go Time Dolphins will see you soon. Peace.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's showtime. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Don't waste no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's showtime. Going all out when it's go time. I ain't wasting no time.
Music.